First and foremost, I want to say, call Lord Yahweh by Shema Shai, but I just said it. There's all praises to the Father in the name of the Son. I also want to say, Yahweh by Shema Shai, Barakatah. May the Most High in Christ bless, right? So, what we do is we go into the Bible, right? We get into this Torah. Last I was on Genesis 11, right? Let's go here. Let's get in here and share my screen. Let's go to Genesis 11. All right. Now, we're gonna go into this here, man, right? Yeah, we're gonna go into here, right? I think I already got verse 11, but I don't think I got chapter 11. So it says, and the whole earth was of one language and of one speech, and it came to pass as they journeyed from east that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, right? And they dwelt there. And they said one to another, go, let us make brick and burn them together. And they had brick for stone and slime had they for mortar, right? So this is basic, right? And it says, and they said, go, let us build us a city and a tower whose top may reach unto heaven, right? And let us make us a name. So they was trying to reach into heaven, right? It's simple here, man. It says, lest we be scattered abroad upon the whole face of the earth, right? I don't want me sharing like that, Salakia. Salakia, upon the whole face of the earth. And Yahweh came down to see the city and the tower, right? Which the children of men builded, right? And Yahweh said, behold, the people is one, and they have all one language. This they begin to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do. Go to, let us go down, and there confound their language, right? That they may not understand one's speech, right? So let's see what this word for confound is below. And it says mingle, confound, anointed, mixed, given, provender, tempered, not translated, variant. To mix, mingle, confuse, right? It says confound, to mingle, confuse, to mix, to give, provender, right? So this is basically saying the Lord is switching everything up with them, man, right? So when you see here, man, the Lord, I don't even know what verse I was at, right? Confounded. Okay, verse 7. It says, so the Lord, he did this thing, man. He sent the angel down, man, to confound their language, man, right? Or he sent the work down to do it, man. So the Lord scattered them abroad from thence upon the face of the earth, and they left off to build the city, right? So some people might even say that, like I was going into last time, right? Peleg, right? He lived during these times, man, right? And some people will say that the earth, it was an earthquake that split these people up, man, right? Which is not too far off, man. And a lot of people will say this is Pangea, which is almost factual, man. You can't really get around that not being biblical, right? Pangea, let's get this, right? All the nations of the earth fit together like one puzzle piece, right? And yeah, this is one more like it right here, right? So this is without borders and everything. This look like South America, but South America usually fit into Africa. It actually looks like they omitted Africa from this, right? Which is crazy, right? Um, that's wild, right? Everything here fits in, man. Right? Africa is actually a lot bigger than that, man. Right? But the deal is when the Lord split it up, man, that's talking about Pangea, man. Pangea is biblical, man. Because the Lord was together and the Lord split them apart, right? So it says, therefore, and it was rivers and everything, man, right? Because we know from the Garden of Eden, it was water and rivers and lakes and stuff, man. But it was all together, man. The Lord scattered them abroad, right? So he's upon the face of the earth. So he moved everybody, man. And it says, therefore is the name of it called Babel, right? Because Yahweh did there confound the language of all the earth. From thence did the Lord scatter them abroad upon the face of all the earth, man. So now we just going into more genealogy here, man, right? Peleg, I went into this already and how his name is Earthquake, right? Or that means earthquake in the Hebrew. And he lived during the times of this right here, man. Right, Peleg right here, right? He was the man that was alive during this time, right? Because we went into that already. So Genesis 11:10, it says, these are the generations of Shem. Shem was 100 years old and begot Axapharad, right? Arphaxad, right? 2 years after the flood, and Shem lived after the flood. He lived after he begot Arphaxad 500 years and begot sons and daughters. And Arphaxad, right, lived 5 and 30 years and begot Salah. And Arphaxad lived after he begot Salah 403 years. So this ain't even taking effect of 120 years yet, right? So remember that, right? And begat sons and daughters, and Salah lived 30 years and begat Eber, Hebrew, right? That's the originator of the Hebrews, right? I already went into that though, right? And Salah lived after he begat Eber 403 years and begat sons and daughters. So are they Hebrews? So am I. That's who this is talking about, right? And it says in Eber lived 430 years and begat Peleg, and Eber lived after he begat Peleg 430 years and begat sons and daughters, and Peleg lived 30 years and begat Ro, and Peleg lived after he begat Ro 209 years and begat sons and daughters, and Ro lived 232 years, 32 years, and begat Serug, right? And Ro lived after he begat Serug 207 years and begat sons and daughters, and Serug lived 30 years and begat Nahor, right? And Serug lived after he begot Nahor 200 years and begat sons and daughters. So we gotta see here, man, they're not talking about the other sons and daughters, man. They're talking about from Shem to Arphaxad, right? And then down to Salah, right? And then to Eber, right? And then Peleg. If you go along with this, right? It's the chosen lineage of the Most High, man. This is how everybody relates back to Adam, right? Or this is how the seed of Israel is established through these people here, right? The chosen seed, right? So it says Peleg lived. Okay, so where was he at? We was at Nahor, right? And Nahor lived 9 and 20 years and begot Torah, right? And Nahor lived after he begot Torah 119 years and begot sons and daughters. Now this is the important father right here, right? Because he begot the man who the covenant was established with, right? So we got to understand that when the Lord is dealing with Abram or Abraham, right? That's just where the covenant was established, right? Let's get that answer really quick. We're just going to get this real quick for viewing purposes, right? So it says, neither because they are this is Romans 9:7, neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children. So you could be the seed of Abraham, but still not be the child, right? It says, but in Isaac shall thy seed be called, right? And it says, that is which are the children of the flesh, these are not the children of God, but the children of the promise are counted for the seed, right? So we just see that the Lord established a covenant with Abraham for the children of the promise, right? It wasn't for everybody under Abraham, man, right? So continuing on, man, it's Abram, right? So it says, and Terah lived 70 years and begat Abram, right? Nahor and Haran. So this is starting to go into other people that Terah had, man. Right now, these are the generations of Terah. Terah begat Abram, Nahor, and Haran begat Lot. So this is Abraham and Lot. The Abraham is Lot's uncle, man. Right. So we see that through the spirit here, man. Right. So that's only an addition because we see in the scripture Lot being mentioned, right? Lot's wife, Lot, right? We know that, man, right? And Haran died before his father Terah, so Haran died, right? In the land of his nativity, and of the Chaldees, right? It says Chaldees. We're gonna get that Chaldeans, just so we know we're not adding to the scriptures. I want to see Or though real quick, right? It says flame. City in southern Babylonia, the city of Chaldeans, center of the moon worship. Come on, this is saying most likely that this is where what is it the Muslim faith came from. They love that moon thing, man, right? And it says home of Abraham's father Terah, the departure point from Abraham, migration to Mesopotamia, right, or the Holy Land, right, and Canaan, man, right. So going back, right, we see that or the land is in the Chaldeans, right? And Abram took Nahor, and Abram and Nahor took wives. The name of Abram's wife was Sarai, right? So this is Sarah, but we know that they changed her name, so this is what they were called at first, right? And the name of Nahor's wife, Milcah, the wife of the daughter Haran, the father of Milcah, the father of Iscah, right? But Sarai was barren, right? She had no child. So the Lord did this for a reason, man, right? He wanted it to be this way, man, right? All things work according to the Lord, man, right? And it says, and Terah took Abram, his son, and Lot, the son of Haran, his son's son, right? And Sarai, his daughter-in-law, and Abram and his son Abram's wife, and they went forth from with them from to the Chaldees to go into the land of Canaan, right? And they came unto Haran and dwelt there. And it says, and the days of Terah were 205 years, and Terah died in Haran. Right, so let's go on to this next chapter. Right, continuing on, right, verse Genesis 12, it says, now Yahweh has said to Abram, get thee out of thy country. So get out of here, right? Leave, right? And from thy kindred and from thy father's house unto a land that I will show thee, man, right? I want something specific. It's got to be in Leviticus. Okay, so I'm just showing this as an example, right? It says, speaking to the children of Israel and say, this is Leviticus 25 and 2. Speaking to the children of Israel and saying to them, when ye come into the land which I give you, the Lord gave us the land, right? And we're going to see that through reading the Torah, right? It says, then shall the land keep a Sabbath unto the Lord, right? So this is talking about the sabbatical year, man, seventh year. Actually, I didn't want to even do that. Why did I do that, right? So let's go back to here, man. And it says, and then it says, unto a land that I will show thee, man. That's a synonymous, right? And I will make thee a great nation. So this is where everybody want to say that the Lord is dealing with everybody, man. Not everybody is Abraham's seed, man. Right? Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Right? You have Abraham had Ishmael through Hagar. We're going to get into that though, right? But let's put it into perspective here. We had Abraham that had Ishmael through his handmaid, or Sarah's handmaid Hagar, right? And then you have Isaac, Isaac, and then you have Jacob and Esau, right? And he had other sons, the Canaanites, and so on and so forth, right? But the main ones that we want to talk about is those three nations: Ishmael, Isaac, and Ishmael, Esau, and Jacob, right? Those are the three that we really put hold on, right? Because let's share this, right? Where I'm not too sure if any of these people here, right, are the seed of Abraham, man. But these are the nations, right? Edom, Elam is not Israel, seed of Abraham, right? Ashur, I'm not too sure of Ashur, right? But Aram, right? Not sure about that. Ishmael, we know for sure, right? Moab and Ammon, right? They come from somebody sleeping with their children. I think I've already brought that out, right? It was beforehand, man. So this is not has nothing to do with it, man. You have Cush, Africa, Hamite, Mizraim, Hamite, put Hamite, Canaan, Hamite, Gomer, Japhite, Magog, Japhite, Javan, Japhite, Ashkenaz, Japhite, Tarshish, Japhite, Kittim, Japhite, right? We know the rest. I don't know how I know the Japhites, because I don't know where Cyprus is up to date. Still been trying to put two and two together with that. If somebody could give me some understanding like that, I ain't too proud to say that I know everything, man, right? But we going through these, man, and we see that the Arabs, and then down here, this is all the children of Shem. These are the Shemites all the way down to 8, and you have these few 1, 2, 3, 4 that are Canaanites. Then these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here that are Japhites, man. So yeah, we gotta just understand that the Lord, he dealt with people, right? And if you're gonna be talking about being blessed through Abraham's seed, not everybody was Abraham's seed, right? And that's why I got it out of Romans 9, right? Because not all people are Abraham's seed, but through the promise are we call the children of God, right? So remember that, right? And I will make thee a great nation. I will bless thee and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing, right? And I will bless them that bless thee and curse them that curse thee, right? And in these shall all families of the earth be blessed, right? What does bless mean? And we have to remember Ishmael received a blessing, right? And then even Esau received a blessing, even though he received a cursing too, man. Right? To bless, kneel, to bless, to be blessed, bless oneself, to bless, to be blessed, to be adored, to cause to kneel, to be blessed oneself, to praise, salute, curse. Let's see if salvation is in here. Thank, still, salute, praise. Let's see, where is salvation? Because a lot of people will say this is how everybody is saved, man. This ain't no salvation, man. It's talking about going into how we could serve the Lord. All nations will be able to serve the Lord, man. All nations will be able to serve the Lord through Israel, man. Right? Let me see this really quick, right? Nope, it's not the right chapter. Okay, so there's Revelation 2, verse 9, right? Or it's actually 3 verse 9. So Revelation 3 verse 9, I just want to show thee, right? Behold, I will make thee them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them come and worship before thy feet, right? So they're going to worship before us, man. That don't say worship, kiss our feet or anything like that. That said they're going to worship before our feet, man. So that we're going to be the extension between them and the Most High, man. Right? Well, technically them and Christ, and then from Christ to the Most High, man. So they're going to worship before our feet, and to know that I have loved thee. So he loves us, not them, man. Right. So they're going to come and worship before us, man. Right. And it says, so we got to understand that all nations being blessed is them coming to worship before us. Right. Okay. Isaiah 2, verse 2. And it says, and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of Yahweh's house shall be established in the top of the mountains and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it. So this is talking about the last days, how all nations shall come to the most high, man. And many people shall go and say, come ye, let us go up to the mountain of Yahweh, to the house of the God of Jacob. So it's still saying God of Jacob, and he will teach us his of his ways. So we're gonna teach them of their ways, man. And we will walk in his paths, for out of Zion shall go forth the law. So out of Zion, it ain't talking about all nations. Out of Zion shall go forth the law. So this is how all nations are blessed, because out of Zion is going forth the law and the word of Yahweh from Jerusalem. And ye shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, serving us, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. That's how all nations going to be blessed, man. Right, and to determine this, right? Uh, So it says Deuteronomy 28, and it shall come to pass if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, right, to observe to do all his commandments which I command thee this day. This was for Israel, right? So if we did his commandments, right, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. So the Lord is going to set us on high for keeping the commandments. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord, right? So the Lord said, if they hearken unto the voice of the Lord, us, we're going to be blessed, right? So it's kind of a sense of, dang, I didn't even share the tab, but I was in Deuteronomy 28, 1 and 2, right? But it's in a sense of, if they serve the Lord, right, then they're going to see them some blessings, man. It ain't no way around it, right? And thee and all shall all nations be blessed. But they're going to have to go through curses first, man, because they have oppressed us, and they're going to have to learn the ways of the Lord, man. Like in the later days, man, they're going to all serve the Lord, right? So continue on. Give me 1 second. Where was I at? Okay, verse 4. Genesis 12, verse 4. It says, and Abraham departed as Yahweh had spoken unto him, and Lot went with him. And Abram was 75 years old when he departed out of Haran, right? And Abram took Sarai, his wife, and Lot, his brother's son. He's the uncle, right? It's common knowledge. And all their sons that they had gathered, and the souls that they had gotten in Haran. So they had gained souls too, man, right? And they went forth to go into the land of Canaan, right? And into the land of the Canaan they came, right? I just wanted to see something specific. Souls, Napash. I've seen this before. Some people would say that's a F. That's why it's there. I say P, right? Because P and F is interchangeable. Napash, right? Or Napash, or whatever you want to say. I'm not saying you're wrong with saying pronouncing it P or F, right? But it's either the PH or the F sound or the P sound, man. Soul, life, person, mind. So they gain people, right? Mind, heart, creature, body, himself, yourselves, dead, will, desire, men, right? Hold on. I didn't want to do that. Any appetite, right? So souls, we ain't got to get into that, man. I just wanted to see. They said they gained souls, man. And all the souls that they had gotten, right? So it says, and Abram passed through the land unto the place of Sittim, unto the place of Moreh, right? Let's go here, right? I think Moreh is something specific in Hebrew. Mawarah, Mawarah, right? And it says, teacher, Moreh, right? The oak tree at Sittim, where Abram stopped when he first entered Canaan, right? The hill and the valley of Jezreel, right, at which the Midianites were encamped when Gideon attacked them, right? Jezreel is our land, man, right? Midianites, they had it, but we taken it, right? And the Canaanite was then in this land, right? So continuing on, and Yahweh appeared unto Abraham and said, unto thy seed will I give this land. Unto thy seed will I give this land. I've already went into this, right? The land of Israel is the land that he chose, man. So he gave it to Abraham, and he said, look, unto your seed, they going to get this land too, man. Who is the inheritors of the land? Israel, man. And it says, and there he built an altar unto the Lord, Yahweh, who appeared unto him, right? It's actually a couple points out of the that I wanted to make with this, right? I might just go off my phone, but this is Exodus 33 and 3. It says, we're gonna go to Exodus 33, right? And we're gonna start at the top. And the Lord and Yahweh said unto Moses, depart and go up thence, thou and the people which thou hast brought up out the land of Egypt unto the land which I swear unto Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob. So this was the same land, right? Saying, unto thy seed will I give it. So the Lord said he's going to give it to his seed, or not Moses, but the children of Israel, right? And it says, and I will send an angel before thee, and I will drive out the Canaanite, the Amorite, and the Hittite, and the Perizzite, and the Hivite, and the Jebusite. Now let's remember those nations here, right? Unto a land flowing with milk and honey, for I will not go into the midst of thee, for thou art a stiff-necked people, lest I consume thee in the way. And when the people heard all these evil tidings, they mourned. And okay, so we don't really need that. But the Lord pointed that to the people, right? Is it 6? It might be 7. Okay, so look, right here, right? When the Lord thy God shall bring thee into the land whither thou go to possess it, and have cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites, the Girgashites, the Amorites, the Canaanites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites. Now let's see, hold on, let's go back to where we were just at, right? Canaanite, Amorite, Hittite, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it was one nation that wasn't mentioned in that, right? It says the Perizzites, I think, wasn't mentioned, right? But all the rest of these is mentioned. So that's the Lord. He didn't want us even dealing with the people who was profaning the land, man, right? But that's rather here nor there, right? But that point I was making was the Lord gave this land to Abraham. Unto thy seed will I give thy land. So the Lord gave Abraham the seed, the land, but it was given unto Israel, no one else, man. And there, well, not no one else, but after Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, nobody else was supposed to have the land after Jacob except for his seed, right? The children of Israel, right? And and he builded an altar to Yahweh who appeared unto him, and he removed from thence unto a mountain on the east of Bethel and pitched his tent, having Bethel on the west, right, and high on the east. And there he built an altar unto Yahweh and called upon the name of Yahweh, right? And Abram journeyed going on still toward the south, right? And there was a famine in the land, and Abram went down into Egypt to sojourn there, right? For the famine was grievous in the land. So now he went down. He left the land where the Lord told him, and he went down southward to Egypt, right? And it says, and it came to pass when he was come near to enter into Egypt, he said unto Sarai his wife, behold, now I know that thou art a fair woman to look upon, man. So this is conspiring what's going to happen next, right? It says, therefore, it shall come to pass when the Egyptians shall see thee, right, that they shall say, this is his wife, and they will kill me. So he wanted to keep himself alive. So he said, but they will save thee alive. So they would kill him because they were evil, right, and save her so they could sleep with her, man. Say, I pray thee, thou art my sister. So he was just trying to protect his life, man, that it may be well with me for thy sake, and my soul shall be live because of thee, right? And it came to pass when Abram was coming to Egypt, the Egyptians beheld the woman that she was very fair. So basically Abraham had her tell a lie, man, right? And that's when we see that we deal falsely with the other nations, not amongst each other, right? But when we go into this too as well, we see that it was all of the Lord for Abraham to do that, because now the nations have respect unto Abraham and his God afterwards. But we're going to get to it, right? And it came to pass that Abraham was come into Egypt, and the Egyptians beheld the woman that she was very fair, and the princes of Pharaoh saw her and commanded her before Pharaoh, and the woman was taken into Pharaoh's house, right? And he entreated Abram well for her sake, and he had sheep and oxen, and he asses and men servants and maid servants, and she asses and camels. So they had a lot, man, right? And the Lord plagued Pharaoh and his house with great plagues because Sarai, Abram's wife. So the Lord plagued them for Abram's sake, man, right? When the Lord is for you, no man can be against you, right? So that's how the Lord was dealing. And Egyptians, they knew something was up, man. They knew something was up here, man. Right, but continuing on, and Pharaoh called Abram and said, what is it this that thou hast done unto me? So he said, what did you just do to me? Right? Why did thou not tell me that she is thy wife? So he said, Abram didn't even mention that he was his wife. He put the Lord plaguing him together with Sarai, his wife, and he put two and two together like, yo, this is why I'm being plagued. Why didn't you tell me this your wife, man? Right? I sayest thou, she is my sister, so I might have taken her to me to wife, right? Now therefore, behold, thy wife, take her and go thy way. And Pharaoh commanded his men concerning him, and they sent him away and his wife and all that he had. So Pharaoh sent them away, man. right? And Abram went out of Egypt and his wife and all that he had and Lot with him into the south. So they went further south, and Abram was very rich in cattle and silver and in gold. And he went on his journey from the south even to Bethel, right, unto the place where his tent had been at the beginning, even between Bethel and Ai. So he went to Bethel here, man, right? I just want to get it. Bethel, non-translate, variable, house of God, Bethel, right? Ancient place and seat of worship in Ephraim on border of Benjamin, identified with Luz, right? If you go on my Facebook at Jamal Kashaba, I actually have that. I'm from the land of Luz. I'm from my home, my birthplace is Luz because I'm a Benjamite, man. Right, and it's kind of funny, man, because I do that, man. But a place in South Country, Judah, not far from Beersheba, Ziklag, right? Because I just went on Google one day and it was like cities in the kingdom of Judah, Benjamin, right, or the country of Benjamin, and then they gave me Luz, man. So that's what I went with, right? But it says Abram went. Okay, so we had this already, and Abram was very rich in cattle and silver and gold, and he went out of his place. Okay, so that's where I was, right? And unto the place of the altar which he had made there at the first, so he went back to where he was at. So it says he went into the south, but he went north because he already went south to he already went south to Egypt. So did he go further south? No, he went down to where he was at, man, and unto the place of the altar which he had made there at the first, and there Abram called on the name of the Lord, and Lot also, which went with Abram, had flocks and herds and tents, and the land was not able to bear them, that they might dwell together, for their substance was great. So the land was not able to handle them, so they could not dwell together, man. So Abraham and Lot had a lot of stuff, man, and they couldn't dwell together, man. And there was strife between the herdsmen of Abram's cattle and the herdsmen of Lot's cattle. So they was basically beefing at the point, man. All right, let's get that word for strife in the Hebrew, right? Rayab, Rayab, and it says cause strife, controversy, contention, right? Quarrel. Quarrel is in any sense fighting, right? Let's see. We don't want quarrel, right? Quarrel, a heated argument or disagreement, typically about a trivial issue between people who are usually on good terms. Okay, so it ain't saying it's a fight, but it did say fight here, man, right? Quarrel, third person quarrel. Okay, so a reason for disagreement. Uh, yeah, so technically speaking, it's not a fight, but it's an argument. So they were having heated arguments about the land, man, right? And it says in there, so there was strife between the herdsmen of okay, and the Canaanite and the Perizzite dwelled then in the land, right? And it says, and Abram said unto Lot, let there be no strife. He said, let's stop beefing, man. Let's drop the beef. I pray thee. He said, I'm begging you, man, right? And I don't want to add to the scripture, right? Let's go into this word, pray. Now I beseech, I pray, oh, go to, we pray now, please, use an entreaty or exhortation. He said, yo, look, please, man, please do this, man. I beg you, man. And it says, between me and thee, between my herdsman and thy herdsman, for we be brethren. That's saying that he his uncle. That ain't saying we brothers. We are the same kin, right? Let's actually go back into that, right? That's ach, and that's brother. Ach. Yeah, or shalom, ach. Ach. That's easy. Ach. Right? AHCH. That's what it is, man. Relative, kinship, same tribe. That's what the point and purpose of it was that why am I going there? I did okay, I got notifications. I wonder if it's nope, it's not the debate from Hocab Malone tried to debate me, man, about can you prove you're Israelite? I told him that's a valid point to debate, and he did not hit me with another subject, man. The ban is running because he's striping for debate, man. But that's rather here nor there. I don't care. I could care less if we debate or not, man. Because if he goes on his channel and says I'm running, I presented him with another debate, and I'm not running for nothing, man. I ain't got nothing to run for, right? And it says in Abraham. So we're going to continue on, right? And it says, verse 8, it says, Abraham said unto Lot, let there be no strife, I pray thee. Okay, wait. Verse 9, it says, is not the whole land before thee? Separate thyself, I pray thee. He said, leave, man. Right? He said, I pray thee from me. He said, leave, I beg you, leave me, man. And it says, if thou wilt take the left hand, then I will go to the right. He said, you take the left side, I take the right. If thou depart to the right hand, but if you want the right side, then I will go to the right. He was a bigger man too, because he was like, look, man, what you pick what you want, I take the rest. And then Lot lifted up his eyes and beheld that all the plain of Jordan that was well watered everywhere before Yahweh destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. Right? So this is telling you where he chose to go, even as the garden of Yahweh, like the land of Egypt, thou comest unto Zoar. Right? The Lot chose him all the plain of Jordan, and Lot journeyed east, and they separated themselves one from the other. Now we gotta remember, Abraham and Lot was kind of beefing here, man. Right? So Abraham and Lot was beefing here, right? So you gotta remember this, man. Put this in the memory, right? Because Abraham and Lot was beefing. So when it comes down to where you just had Sodom and Gomorrah, right? That holds a little bit of weight for why Abram didn't go, right? But it says, even as the garden of the Lord in the land of Egypt, as thou comest to Zoar, and Lot chose him all the plain of Jordan, and Lot journeyed east, and they separated themselves from the one from the other. Abraham dwelled in the land of Canaan, and Lot dwelled in the cities of the plains and pitched his tent toward Sodom. But the men of Sodom were wicked and sinners before Yahweh exceedingly, man. You're going to get Sodom. Sodom. Or it's Sodom. 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 That's actually what it is, right? Burning, right? That's crazy because the word don't have nothing to do with the modern connotation for it. So let's go here. So let's go here. Sexual intercourse involving anal or oral copulation. So sodomy, right, is intercourse involving anal or oral, right? That's what Sodom derives from. So these men were wicked because how do men lay with one another, right? Exactly, it's wicked, man, right? It's wicked before the Lord because the Lord gave all nations the commandment to be fruitful and multiply, right? He didn't tell them to be wicked and do wicked, man. That was from Noah. So and Yahweh said unto Abram, after Lot was separated from him, lift up now thy eyes. Hold on, wait, let me just see where I'm at. Right, this might be a shorter one, right? And he said, and the Lord said unto Abraham, after that Lot was separated from him, lift up now thine eyes and look from the place where thou art northward and southward and eastward and westward. For all the land which thou seest, thou to thee will I give it. So the Lord said, everywhere you see, I will give it to you, and to thy seed forever. So it says to thy seed forever, meaning it's going to the children of Israel, right? And it says, and I will make thy seed as the dust of the earth, so that if a man can number the dust of the earth, then shall thy seed also be numbered. I gotta get this right quick. So this Hosea 1 verse 10, and it says, yet the number of the children shall be as the sand of the sea or the dust of the earth. It's the same difference, man, right? Which cannot be measured nor numbered, because the dust of the earth cannot be measured nor numbered, right? The sand of the sea is the same, and it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are now my people, there it should be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living God. So here we see, man, that forever, right? And it shall to thee I will give it, and to thy seed forever, man. So it says in Hosea 1, right? We're gonna be as the dust of the sea, or the sand of the sea, not the dust of the earth, the sand of the sea, man. So the dust of the earth, sand of the sea is almost almost the same thing. It's not the same thing though, right? But it's a similar, man, right? Um, actually, let's go here. Genesis 13:16. Let's go to Bible right? Show this tab. Let's go here. We got a lot to go in Genesis, right? Started at 11 today. I'm probably going to finish at 15 if I'm not mistaken, right? But 15, we just want to see the see, so Exodus 32:13, descendants as numerous as the stars, right, to Israel, right? And then 1 and 10, multiplied you, numerous as the stars in the sky, um, stars in the sky, right? Sand on the seashore, right? Numerous as the stars of the sky, right? Stars of the sky, stars of heaven, I mean, right? Sand of the sea, right? Hold on. So your offstring, string B, right? Romans 4 and Romans 9, to your offspring. So the flesh are God, but the children are regarded as the offspring. So this is all talking about Israel, right? And to the promise and to the seed, the scripture does say to and to seeds, meaning many, but and to your seed, meaning one who is Christ, right? And yeah, so and if you belong to Christ, then you are Abraham's seed and heirs to the promise, right? Only about Israel, man. Right, verse 17, arise, walk through the land and the length of it and the breadth of it, for I will give it unto thee. And Abram removed his tent and came and dwelt in the plain of Mamre, right, which is in Hebron. Let's get Hebron real quick, right? Hebron, so that's Habarah, Wam, Habarah, and that's Hebron. That's actually Habarah, Rawam, right? And that's Hebron association, right? A city in South Judah. Abraham was in the land of the Israelites, man. Right? At the time not being the land of Israel, but it was ordained for the children of Israel and built an altar unto the Lord. So he built an altar there, man. Right? Abraham built altars in special places, man. But it continuing on, man, it says, and it came to pass in the days of Amraphel, king of Shinar, Arioch, king of Elasar, Shedor, Laomor, king of Elam, and Tidal, king of nations, right? That these made war with Barak, king of Sodom, and with Bersha, king of Gomorrah, Shanab, king of Admah, right? And Shemeber, king of Zodobian, right? And king of Bela, which is Zor. So they was making war with each other. And all these were joined together in the valley of Siddim, right, which is the Salt Sea, man, right? And 12 years served Chedorlaomer, right? And in the 13th year they rebelled, right? So it says, in the 14th year came Chedorlaomer, and the kings that were with him smote the Rephaims, right? And Astaroth, Karnarim, and the Zumims and Ham, right? And the Emims and Shaveh Karathiim, right? Let's get that Rephaim. Because if I'm not mistaken, that's the same as giants. Giant, Rephaim, giants, Rephaim, old tribe of giants. That was a tribe of people, man. Right? It might be saying it. Some people might say that's giants, man. I don't believe that's right. I believe that's descendant of people, man. But it is what it is, man. And it says in the Horites in the Mount Seir, right, unto Alparan, right, Alparan, which is by the wilderness, and they returned and came unto En Mishpat, right, which is Kadesh, and smote all the country of the Amalekites, right, and also Amorites and that dwell in Hez's son Tamar, right? I can't read these words, man. I'm getting Kadesh because that word is special. Quadash, right? Quadash, holy. So Yarak HaQuadash, that's the same word, right? Holy, right? And it's probably used a bunch of times, 18 times in the scripture, right? But let's see, hold on. So this ain't the same one that I'm thinking of, right? That's actually a land, but the name there is Quadash. It's the same thing, right? But actually, I don't want to lose my place here. I don't want to definitely lose my place here. So let's go into another tab. This here, so we gotta go here. The only place I really could think of off the top of my head right now because I've been using it so much as of late, right? But this ain't Kadesh, it's Kodash, right? Let's see. Oh, see, Dash, right? Quadawash, 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 Barak Ha Quadawash. Holy, Holy One, Saint. So let's see. This is used 116 times in biblical uses, right? Holy place, holy. So let's see if it's in Deuteronomy 7, right? It should be, but yep, Deuteronomy 7 and 6. So it's the same thing, Quadawash, right? Or Quadash. That's how most Israel say it nowadays, man. Quadash. So it is actually different, man. That's why it's good to not run with assumptions, man. Right? So Kadash does mean holy, and Quadawash means holy. It's the same. It's almost synonymous, but it's not, man. Right? And continuing on, it says, and there went out the king of Sodom and the king of Gomorrah, right, and the king of Admah, right, and I think I've already got. Oh no, and the king of Zobim and the king of Bela, the same as Zoar, and they joined battle with them in the valley of Siddim, right, and and Chedorlaomer, right, the king of Elam, and the title, the king of nations, right, with Amraphel, right, king of Shinar, and Arioch, king of Elisar, 4 kings with 5, right, and the valley of Siddim was full of slime pits, and the king of Sodom and Gomorrah fled and fell there, and they that remained fled to the mountains, right, and they took all the goods of Sodom and Gomorrah and all the victuals and went their way, and they took Lot, Abraham's brother's son, who dwelt in Sodom and his goods and departed, right? So they took him captive, right? And there came one that had escaped and told Abraham the Hebrew. So Abraham was a Hebrew, a descendant of Eber, right? For he dwelt in the plain of Mamre, the Amorite, brother of Eshcol, right? The brother of Aner. I think that's the first time that Hebrew is used right there too, right? And these were confederate with Abraham. So they came together and worked with Abraham, right? Let's see what Hebrew is. Iberah, Iberai, Iberai, right? First time, right? Meaning Hebrew, Hebrew woman, Hebrew, Hebrewess, Hebrew man, Hebrew one from beyond, a designation of the patriarchs and the Israelites, a designation of the patriarchs and the Israelites, right? Eberite, Eberite, descendant of Eber. That's in there. We know that the Hebrew is a descendant of Eber. So it is what it is, man. And for he dwelt in the plain of Mamre, the Amorite, and so we finished that, right. And when Abram heard that his brother was taken captive, it said his brother, but it's his nephew. We understand that, right? He armed his trained servants born in his house 318 and pursued them unto Dan, and he divided himself against them, he and his servants by night, and smote them and pursued them unto Habah, right, which is on the left hand of Damascus, right? Damascus, we know what that is, right? Seen that plenty of times, man, right? And he brought back all the goods, and also brought again his brother Lot and his goods, and a woman also, and the people, right? So Abraham took Lot and brought him back where he needed to be, right? And the king of Sodom went out to meet him after his return from the slaughter of Chedorlaomer, right? And the kings that were with him in the valley of Shabbat, right, which is the King's Dale, right? Continuing on, it says, And Melchizedek, king of Salem, brought forth bread and wine, and he was a priest of the Most High God, man. Right? So Melchizedek was the priest at this time, man. The Lord was dealing, right? And he blessed him and said, "Blessed be Abram of the Most High God." So Melchizedek knew Abram was blessed of the Most High, man. Right? And it says, "Possessor of heaven and earth." He was the possessor of heaven and earth, right? Hold on, wait. I think it's out of it. It's second address or first address where it says some about, I think it's first address 6. Hold on. Let me see if this is it, because second address 6 and 9. No, hold on. I found it. My bad. It was second address 6. It just wasn't what I was looking for. Let's get it. So we in second address 6. We jump all the way down to 55. And then we're going to go down until 59, right? So here we see, says, all this have I, okay, so we're going to go to 54, second address 6 and 54, right? It says, "And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all." So we all come from Adam. "And the people whom thou hast chosen," so there's a chosen people out of Adam as well. "All this have I spoken before thee." The chosen people is Israel, of course. "O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sake." So the Lord made the world for our sakes, or Israel's sakes, right? And then I should share this tab, but going back to this tab, right, is he says possessor of heaven and earth. This was Abraham that was talking, Abram or Abraham that was being spoke to. So when it says the Lord made the world for our sakes, that's the possessor of heaven and earth, man. The Israelites, right? And it says, "As for the other people which came of Adam, thou hast said they are nothing and be like unto spittle." So everybody else from Adam is nothing, like spit, man. They has like in the abundance of them that them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. And now, Lord, behold, these heathen have, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and devour us. But we thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, thy fervent lover and giver, are given into their hands. So Israel is his firstborn, the only begotten, the fervent lover. That's, you can go to scripture and see that. "If the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure?" So he was just saying, like, how long we got to go through this, man, right? But that's just showing you that the possessor of heaven and earth was passed down to the children of Israel. "That I will not take." Okay, so this is Genesis 14:23. "That I will not take thee from not take from a thread even to the shoe latchet, and that I will not take anything that is thine, lest thou shouldest say, I have made Abram rich, save only that which the young men have eaten, and the portion of men which went with thee, Aner, Eshcol, and Mamre, let them take their portion." So the assumption I was making about Lot and Abraham beefing, and that was the reason why he didn't go to get him from Sodom. That was a kind of bad assumption to make, because he did go to save him from being a captive, man. Um, but we still understand that Abram um, and him was beefing, man. That's it. That's it right there, man. That's why it's good to watch these videos in full, and I just run with one thing that's being said. And if you got questions, you can always come to me and ask, right? And then sometimes I come through and later in the video and I address those points, man. So pay attention, man. Right? This is at the 54-minute mark, man. Pay attention, man. All right, verse 15, we're gonna go all the way down to the bottom of this and probably be done, right? But it says, after these things, the word of Yahweh came unto Abram in a vision, saying, Fear not, Abram, I am thy shield and thy exceeding great reward. Right? So the Lord is the shield to who? Israel. He's our shield and buckler, man. Psalms 18, if I'm not mistaken, right? Let's actually go into that, right? It might say that he is our strong tower, right? But it's this Psalm 18:1. It says, I will love thee, O Yahweh, my strength. Yahweh is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, my God, my strength, in whom I will trust, my buckler, right? And the horn of salvation and my high tower, right? So the Lord is protecting us, man, right? And it says, he is our shield and our exceeding great reward, man. So the Lord is protecting us, man. And it says, and Abraham said, Yahweh, Adonai, Yahweh, let's go to that word in Hebrew to make sure that's Adonai. I always understand that Adonai is in connotation with the Most High God. Adonai is never of men. It's never of men. You do not call men Adonai. Adonai is only for Yahweh. Adawan, however, is Lord for men. So if you're gonna call if you're gonna see it says used as a proper name of God only, right? So the Most High God only. It's not for anybody else, man. Hold on. Let's actually get this. Because Christ actually ain't even called Adonai, man. Oh, why would I get it out of that? Salakia, right? So this is Psalm 110:1. It says, the Lord said unto my Lord, sit at my right hand and make thy enemies a footstool, right? So let's see what this my Lord is. Adawan, the difference, not Adonai. And this my Lord is talking about Christ. Because we can see, right? The Psalm of David, the Yahweh said unto my Lord, sit thou at my right hand until I make thy enemies thy footstool. That's talking about Christ, right? I could get it. Where do I have a Blue Letter or Bible Hub app? A Bible Hub over? Let's open up Bible Hub. I'm not too sure where it's at, but I'm gonna find it, right? Give me 1 second, right? I'm gonna get to it. This is the best part. If you got the first verse of a chapter, it's the first thing that's gonna pop up. So let's see here, right? Matthew 22:44. Yahweh said unto my Lord, sit at my right hand until I make thy enemies, till I put the enemies under your foot. So let's go here, right? Matthew 22. And we was all the way at 44. So we're gonna go down to 44 here. Right, Matthew 22, and we're going down to 44. He said, or verse 43, he said unto them, how then doth David in spirit call him Lord, saying, right? Let's see here. I'm gonna start at verse 41, right? This is Matthew 22:41. While the Pharisees were gathered together, Yahushua asked them, saying, what think ye of Christ? Whose son is he? They said unto him, the son of David. So boom, it was factual, right? Christ was just talking in allegories, though, right? Because he is above David, right? But it says, he said unto them, how then doth David in spirit call him Lord, saying. So David called Christ Lord. This is what it's talking about, right? Yahweh said unto my Lord Adawan, that's Christ, sit thou at my right hand. Damn it. Oh, I hate when I do that. Sit thou at my right hand till I make thy enemies a footstool. If David then called him Lord, how is he son? And no man answered a word. So this is basically saying Yahweh Shai is above all creatures, even David, his forefather, right? Hold on. So this is red letters. in this version here, man. It just not red letters on this website. So this obviously is red letters. This is Revelation 22:16. It says, I, Jesus, I, Yahushua, have sent my angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. I am the root and the offspring of David and the bright and morning star. So Christ has said that he is a root and offspring of David, man. Bright and morning star actually is the same thing that Lucifer was called. So if you want to call Christ Lucifer, man, it goes hand in hand, man, right? But the morning star ain't, it's Lucifer ain't Satan. Lucifer is just a man. So that's why people get all up in arms when you say that bright and morning star is Lucifer, right? It's the same thing, but it's a different connotation, man. Christ didn't go up to the Lord and try and be like God. He didn't. He sat at the right hand side of God. He humbled it. Well, he didn't even humble himself. He was set to be the man that he was. He had no real control over nothing, man. The Lord did everything through Christ, man. The Lord made him move how he moved because the Lord chose him to be that man, right? If it was my will to do that, all praise to the Most High, but the Lord gave it to Christ, man, right? Like Paul says, for I wish that myself could be a curse for my brother, my kinsman, right? So for Christ's sake, right? He said he wished he could do what Christ did for Christ, right? So that's just what we got to see here, man. When I went to Lord God, right? That's Adonai. It got me on a tangent, but that Lord is always Adonai Yahweh. So if it's lowercase like that, it's not Adawan Yahweh, it's Adonai Yahweh, right? What will thou give me? Seeing I go childless and steward of my house is Eleazar of Damascus. And Abram said, behold, to me thou hast given no seed, and lo, one born in my house is mine heir. It says, and behold, the word of Yahweh came unto him, saying, this shall not be Salakia, this shall not be thine heir, but he that shall come forth out of thine own bowels shall be thine heir, right? So he said, look, you're going to have a child, and that's going to be your heir. That's simple, right? And he brought him forth abroad and said, look now towards heaven and tell the stars if thou be able to number them. And he said, so shall thy seed be. Israel, we already proved this, right? Israel was as the stars of the sea, innumerable, right? This is what who was talking about, man. It wasn't talking. Esau never was spoken like this, man. Spoken of like this. Esau is actually dwindling in numbers, man. Israel is increasing in numbers, and this is what's crazy is black women have the highest rate of abortion, man. Right? Black women having the highest rate of abortion, and we still multiplying. It's crazy, man. Some men have women that had maybe 6 or 7 abortions, man, and that these men would still have 8 or 9 kids, man. Right? So this is talking about Israel, and that's not just black men. That's black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, and the 12 tribes scattered abroad, man. Right? You have our people who was taken from America and brought to other lands, and then taken from Africa and brought to other lands, right? You have the people who was on the sub-Saharan slave trade that was taking the Arab nations, right? You have the Chinese that took our people. You have the Japanese. You have all nations, right? Give me 1 second. I think it's second First Maccabees. All right, let's go here, right? First Maccabees, right? So this is First Maccabees chapter 2, verse 10. It says, what nation have not had not a part in her kingdom and gotten of her spoils, right? So what nation haven't taken of us, man, right? I don't even know why I went into that, man. But yeah, oh no, because Esau, man, they took of us, man. All nations have took us, man, and brought us to their land, man. And that's how we became the sand of the sea or the stars of heaven, man. So that's how his seed is, man. That's how we are, the dust of the earth, man. right? And it says he believed in Yahweh and he counted it to him for righteousness, man. So this was counted for righteousness for him trusting in Yahweh, man. And he said unto him, I Yahweh that brought thee out of Ur of the Chaldean, right, to give thee this land to inherit. So the Lord gave him this land to inherit, or to the children, man, right? And through Abraham, we all are heirs, man. We all inherit for Abraham, man, right? And he said, I deny Yahweh, whereby shall I know that I shall inherit it? And he said unto him, take me an heifer of 3 years old, and a she goat of 3 years old, and a ram of 3 years old, and a turtle dove, and a young pigeon. And he took all these and divided them in the midst of in the midst, and lay each piece once against another. But the birds divided he not, right? And when the fowls came down, so like it smelled like something burning in my house, right? And when the fowls came down, the carcasses, Abram drove them away. No, it ain't burning. It just smell like that. It might be outside, right? And when the sun was going down, a deep sleep fell upon Abram, and lo, horror of great darkness fell upon him. And he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed. So this happened to him in a slumber, man, deep sleep. It was a nightmare, man, right? But this is a precept that backs up Israel being his seed, man, the ones that's chosen, man. Because who else did this, man? Has the white man ever been in captivity for 400 years, right? Has the white man ever been treated this way, man? Right? We still in captivity after 400 years, man. Right? And this is the Lord. He don't deal directly with numbers, man. He deal with indirect numbers, man. He kind of rounded off, man. Right? Like let me hold something, like maybe like $50, and you give them like, all right, here, man, take what I got. Somebody might give you $45. You're gonna be like, oh man, I ain't wanted $50, but no, you're gonna just take the $45 and be like, good looks, man. I appreciate you. Right? So the Lord he gonna keep us in this land, and then when he take us out, man, we ain't gonna be like, oh man, it was longer than 400 years, Lord. No, we gonna be like, all praise to the Most High. We're gonna enter with rejoicing and gladness, man. Right? But it says, and he said unto Abraham, know of a surety that thy seed shall be in a strange land that is not theirs. Right? And then if you go into the Irish, at the time they were in a land that was theirs. We were brought to a land that wasn't ours, right? And then our people, like the natives, they were taken to different parts of Spain, right? And different places, right? Let me actually get this real quick, right? Because if you pick up a book and read, you see that in here, man, right? I don't know what page it's on, man, right? But it's either in the second or first. It's got to be in the second chapter, right? About how they started taking slaves, man, right, from place to place, man, right? So I'm not gonna get into it, but it's apparent, man, right? You go read and see that our people was taken into other places, man, right? Not at a mass number, but we was in a land which is not ours, man, right? And even then, with them being our people being here and already being over here from escaping the captivity of the Assyrians, man, we came here to stay in our land, man. Yeah, the natives founded this land, but this ain't the natives' land. The natives' homeland is Israel, man. The Hispanics' homeland is Israel, man. Right, and the blacks' homeland is Israel, man. We just are here for the time being, man. Right, and also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge. So the Most High said the nation whom we serve in, or Babylon, is gonna get judged, man. Right, because who is what's coming up now? Donald Trump is running this place like he should, getting ready for this place to go down, imposing tariffs on all nations and making enemies of allies, right? So this nation is gonna get judged, man, right? And afterward, they shall come out with great substance. So we may leave this place with great substance, but this place is gonna be destroyed. We may not leave with nothing, but we gonna go to other places and gain our substance, man. Right, but continuing on, verse 15, and thou shalt go to thy fathers in peace, and thou shalt be buried in good old age, right? And but the fourth generation they shall come hither again, for the iniquity of the Amorites is not yet full, right? And it came to pass that when the sun went down, it came and it was dark, Behold, a smoke of furnace and a burning lamp that passed between those pieces, right? In the same day, Yahweh made a covenant with Abram. So the Lord made a covenant with Abraham. He established a covenant with Abraham, saying, unto thy seed have I given this land. He didn't say, unto you have I given this land. He said, unto thy seed, Israel, right? And from the river of Egypt unto the great river, the river Euphrates. So all the way from Egypt, the river of Egypt. Hold on. Let's see. So the river of Egypt, what is that? The Nile River. So it says from the, let me get this picture, man. River of Egypt. What else did it say, right? Even unto the great river Euphrates, right? Let's see. So we see this here, man. Where did it go? All right, hold on. It's over here somewhere, man. I'm not sure, but it says from here to here, man. Right here to here. That's all us, man. Right, we get from here and then all the way around here, man. It's all us, man. Right, that's what the Lord gave for a possession, man. Right, and it says the Kenites and the Kenizzites and the Cadmonites. So the Kenites is actually not from Abraham, right? I said that and it was wrong, right? And the Hittites and the Perizzites and the Raphaims and the Amorites and the Canaanites and the Girgashites and the Jebusites. I wanted to end at 6:15, but I want to kind of go a little bit further. Spirit is calling me to do 16 still. So actually, no, we're not gonna do 16. Because yeah, the Lord, I do want to do a little bit more, but I've been trying to keep it not too lengthy, man. I could go into 16 and do it, but we're gonna stay away from that for right now. We're gonna get into that maybe later on today. So with that, I want to say shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah, EGA till we see today. Amen.